Hey there, English learners. Masha here again. Today, we're going to take a big step forward in our journey to fluency. We've mastered the basics, so now it's time to build on that foundation with some complex grammatical structures. These aren't just for showing off. They're essential tools for adding emphasis, formality, and precision to your language. We're going to break down three key areas today: inversion, the subjunctive mood, and some advanced passive voice variations. Mastering these will truly set your English apart. Ready? Let's dig in. First, let's talk about inversion. Inversion is a technique where we put the verb or auxiliary verb before the subject, just like we do when we ask a question. We don't do this all the time. We do it specifically for dramatic effect or to add emphasis. The most common use is at the beginning of a sentence with negative adverbs. The sentence starts with a negative word, and then the normal subject-verb order is inverted. Rule: negative adverb plus auxiliary verb plus subject plus main verb. For example, instead of saying, "I have never seen such a beautiful sunset," a more emphatic, formal way to say it is, "Never have I seen such a beautiful sunset." Some other common negative adverbs you can use with inversion are: seldom do we see this kind of craftsmanship today. Rarely will you find a person who is so dedicated. Not only did he work on the project, but he also helped with the presentation. Notice how each of these phrases places a strong emphasis on the beginning of the sentence. It's a great way to sound more formal and academic. Next up, let's explore the subjunctive mood. The subjunctive is a special verb form that we use to talk about things that are not necessarily real. They're wishes, recommendations, or demands. The most common use for you as English learners is informal statements that begin with a verb like suggest, recommend, demand, or an impersonal expression like it's essential that or it's important that. The rule is, the verb that follows that is always in its base form, no matter what the subject is. Example: the manager insisted that the report be submitted by Friday. Notice we say be submitted, not was submitted or is submitted. Example: it's essential that every student attend the meeting. We use attend, not attends. The other common subjunctive phrase you already know is in conditional sentences. If I were you, I would take that job. We use were, not was, because it's a hypothetical situation. The subjunctive sounds very formal and is especially useful in professional or academic writing. Finally, let's level up our use of the passive voice. You already know the basics. We use it when we don't know who did the action, or when the action itself is more important than the doer. The basic form is be plus past participle. You can do some research if you need to know more about the passive voice. But there are some more advanced structures you should know. The passive with reporting verbs. This is incredibly common in news reports and formal writing. Instead of saying, "People say that the economy is improving," we can use the passive to sound more objective. It is said that the economy is improving. The economy is said to be improving. This structure works with verbs like believe, think, know, and expect. For example, he is believed to be the best player on the team. Gerunds with an infinitive. She wants to be promoted, not she wants to promote someone. With a gerund, he hates being watched while he works, not he hates watching. These more complex passive structures allow you to present information in a concise, formal, and objective way. So, there you have it, a solid overview of three advanced grammatical structures. We've talked about inversion, which is a powerful way to add emphasis to your message. We've also explored the subjunctive mood, which helps you sound more formal and authoritative when making demands or suggestions. And finally, we looked at some advanced passive voice structures that are perfect for professional and academic reporting. I know these structures can seem a bit tricky at first, but they are your key to sounding more precise, formal, and sophisticated in your English. Your challenge now is to become a grammar observer. Listen and read. Pay attention to news reports, formal articles, and speeches. Can you spot examples of inversion or the passive with reporting verbs? Try to use them. Next time you're writing a formal email or report, consciously try to include one of these structures. Even just one will make a huge difference. Keep up the fantastic work, and I'll see you in the next lesson.